All right, I get the privilege of introducing our speaker today. It was 12 years ago when Gail Zintek referred me to Jonathan Wilby because Jonathan needed to refinance his home. And as I was doing Jonathan's loan, Jonathan was telling me about this great B&I group that had a mortgage person, but they did not think that the mortgage person was going to renew their membership. So he said, you need to come. So with Gail and Jonathan telling me I needed to come to this meeting, I showed up. I had experience going to a B&I meeting about 10 years before, and it was about 300 people at this facility. And I remember one guy had white shoes, light blue pants, and a white belt on. And I thought, I don't know if this is for me. So I never joined. It was one of those events where you had to join right then, and I just felt like I was being sold. So I wasn't, totally sure I wanted to do it. But when Gail and Jonathan said, you gotta go, I went. And I remember the first person I met was Derek McNamee. Derek had been in the group just for a short period of time. Vince Marsilio was there. Josh Wright. Just so many people, and so many people are still in this group. So thank you, Gail and Jonathan, for inviting me. So Gail Zintek is an associate broker, realtor with eXp Realty in Portage, Michigan. She's been licensed since 2004 and has earned the GRI, the CRS, the ADR, and ePro designations. I'll let her explain what those acronyms stand for. In 2012, Gail and Steve opened Network Teams Home Realty, closing an average of 50 homes per year by referral. In September of 2018, Gail and Steve aligned their real estate business with eXp Realty. Gail served as a distinguished 2017 Realtor of the Year for the Greater Kalamazoo Association of Realtors. Gail joined Sendout Cards in 2007 and over the years has reached the level of senior executive affiliates. Both Steve and Gail have been recognized by Sendout Cards for their contributions. Gail is the founder of Referrals for a Living, LLC. Her company is recognized in Michigan as a school. Gail has 2 courses certified for realtors in the state of Michigan. Gail has had the opportunity to speak extensively on the topic of relationship marketing as it relates to real estate and has been featured on many podcasts. Gail has been married to Steve for 41 years. Wow. Probably a few challenges there. They have 3 grown children. Gail enjoys spending time at their lake home relaxing and entertaining her 9 grandchildren. Gail's key to success is consistency and helping enough people get what they want in life. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mrs. Gail Zintek.
Even though I haven't been an active member of this chapter for 4 years, that this is still my chapter. So I appreciate all of you. Gosh, I'm feeling a little nervous. I wasn't nervous at all, but standing up in front of you is a real honor and a privilege. So we're going to talk today about the 3 S's to create visibility, credibility, and profitability. And Andy has done a good job in the last couple weeks, and Dawn, of talking about VCP, right? So we're going to talk about that. So the 3 S's are social media, smartphones, and snail mail. And we're going to go through these, and I'm going to share with you ideas, creating habits that will lead to success in your business. So Scott's told a little bit about me. So associate broker with eXp Realty, realtor since 2004. Steve joined me in 2006. We've been members of Leading Edge since 2006. So I joined then for 2 years, and then in 2008 Steve joined and I became the Sendout Cards representative for this chapter in 2006 to about 2015. Realtor of the Year, that was a real tremendous honor for me. Referrals for a Living coach, certified real estate continuing education trainer. That's just as of about a month ago. So I wrote a course and I trained it and it was very effective. Advisory Council to Sendout Cards and the runner-up Affiliate of the Year for Sendout Cards last year. So, along with VCP, If you're going to take notes, write down the acronym TOMATO. If you gain top-of-mind awareness through others, you're going to win the game. Visibility, credibility, profitability creates customer trust, loyalty, and confidence. And we're going to talk about consistency a lot today. If you do things over and over consistently, things that work, you're going to have success as well. So habit number 1 is social media. How many of you, raise your hands, you're on Facebook? Okay. How about WhatsApp? Do you still do WhatsApp, Robbie? Okay. LinkedIn, business owners, you're on LinkedIn. So, social media is really powerful. In today's world, we can connect with so many people on such a personal level with social media. So, your profile, Dawn's here to teach you how to set up your profile, that it gets viewed. Your business page, she's the expert here. This is my mentor, one of my coaches, Hank Abink. He's the founder of the National Coaching League. You all have this little bitty piece of paper and we're going to talk today about a formula in social media that'll get you results. It's gotten me results. 6 C's: commit, connect, contact, conversation, relationship. Hank made up that word because he needed a 5th S, and consistency. The formula is 50, 25, 1, and 3. So I'm going to kind of break that down a little bit for you. 50 connections a day. So whatever social media that you're on, look to connect. Don't just be a drive-by Facebook viewer, right? Interact with people. Give a thumbs up. This is kind of like a high five. You're giving a high five to people 50 times a day, consistently, each day. 20 contacts. So contacts is like a virtual handshake. So if I come over here and I shake your hand, there's energy, right? There's energy that's shared when you contact people. So think about a high five. You're going to comment. How many of you, when someone comments on your post, like it makes you feel good? Like it makes you feel noticed, right? Because they interact. When Dr. O likes a post I make, it makes me feel happy. It's that endorphin, because it's like, wow, I've just been noticed. So the 50 and the 20 creates visibility. It creates visibility for you. People see you, but not only the people that you interact with, the people that are interacting with them. Maybe they have drive-by people and they say, oh man, there's McCall. I know McCall. And McCall just interacted with someone. She just commented. And then, so that creates visibility not only for you, but for them and for the people that are on there. Conversations. This is powerful. And conversations can come in many forms. It can come in the form of a text message. It can come in a form of a Facebook Messenger message. How many of you have ever commented on a post in social media, and then they comment back, and then you comment back, and there's a thread that goes? That's a conversation. So look to have 5 conversations a day and 1 powerful conversation. Who can tell me what is an example of a powerful conversation in regards to B&I? I heard it, 1-to-1. When you have a 1-to-1 with someone, you have their sheet, you look it over, you see what each other does, and that creates credibility, right? You can create credibility when you're sitting face to face and you're getting to know somebody. So, builds credibility. That's your visibility and credibility. And then my 3 is 3 heartfelt cards a day. Then we send out cards for 12 years, and sending an average of 3 heartfelt cards every day. So, maybe you don't use send out cards. Maybe you can sit down and write a handwritten thank you note, or just you see somebody on social media that is having a bad day, and you know that you can inspire and lift them up. So send a note, send a card. This leads to profitability. And it's what has helped Steve and I achieve the tomato, top of mind awareness through others, because we send cards, and we send cards with pictures, and then people keep them and they enjoy receiving that. Okay, here's some examples of the 50-20-5-1-3 in action. This was a post by Juliana Campice. Her daughter Sinead drew this picture, and she made it her banner picture. So what did I do? I loved that post. And then I commented, oh, how sweet. Just simple, right? But then I took it a step further, and I sent her a card. I took the picture, I put it on a card, and then I found a great picture of her family. Juliana was in this chapter back when Derek was here. So it's been probably back in 2008. So I watched her grow up, get married, have 3 babies. And here's what happened after I sent the card. She texts me this picture with her and her 3 babies. And it says, thank you for the beautiful, fabulous, wonderful card. Sinead's eyes got huge, and she looked at it and said, hey, I drew that. Thank you for your love. XOXO from all of us. So, this interaction leads to conversations. So when you interact with people on social media, it leads to conversations. And then conversations lead to opportunities. Here's another example. My friend Danielle Street, she's an attorney here in town, and she sent me a Valentine card. And I opened it, and I took a picture of myself with the card she sent, because she cut up a send-out card I sent her the year before and made her own card. So it was just fun. But this led to what? A conversation. We were texting back and forth. Man, it's been so long. We should get together. So then that leads to face-to-face, right? How much more important is it when you get together with people face-to-face and have that conversation? So we had lunch at Oakwood Bistro, and she's my birthday sister. So we share a birthday. We're both April 4th. I'm just a little bit older than her, but that's okay. She invites me to her birthday parties, and she's really popular, so it's not as much fun for me. But I love Danielle. She's a wonderful friend of mine. Conversations lead to opportunities. So interactions, cards lead to conversations. Conversations lead to opportunities, and opportunities can lead to business. It's how we interact with people. So habit number 2 is your smartphone. Raise your hand if you're an Android user. How about iPhone? About 50-50. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you use it. Think about this. Top of mind awareness generates referrals. So with your phone, you can text, right? You can make phone calls. You can do social media. You can actually get face-to-face now because there's FaceTime, or you get to have those video calls with people. And you can actually send greeting cards from your phone. So that's the communication system. And the opportunities that we have are all around us. So I was told by one of my mentors that 95% of business owners never say thank you. I mean, you might say it, but be a 5%er. Say thank you. A lot of people know how much you appreciate their business and the referrals. So here's opportunities to say thank you, gratitude, appreciation. Birthdays. Let's look at birthdays for a second. Everybody has one, right? So you can text somebody on their birthday. You can pick up your phone and you can call them. You can invite them to lunch or dinner or out for ice cream. You can make a post on social media saying happy birthday, do a little gift or something fun. And you can also send a card. So the more you do, the more, let's say you did 3 of those 5 things for someone's birthday. Do you think they're gonna feel differently than just a post on Facebook, right? So the more you do, the better. Holidays, recognition, someone gets a new job, a promotion. Make sure you let them know that you noticed that. Send them a text message. Yesterday I was going through some pictures in my phone, and if you know me, I take a lot of pictures, so it took a little while to find this one, which was my 40th anniversary or reunion from high school last year. And I found a picture of my friend Kathy. Kathy's been going through some struggles, health with her husband and So I just sent that to her and I said, I'm thinking of you today. She texted me back, created a conversation. Lifestyle celebration. You know, you're gonna see people all over the place enjoying the holidays this week, right? So look for opportunities to engage and interact and celebrate them. Keeping in touch, marketing and promotion. So take lots of pictures. You know, June 21st was National Selfie Day. I didn't know that going into it, but I was at an event, and look at, this is a 24-hour period of selfies. So, you know, get used to it. Have fun with it. You know, you can use those selfies to go back, like I did with my friend Kathy. I sent her over a year ago, and I sent her a picture. And then if you have client events, take pictures at your client events and celebrate people. You know, post it to social media and send them cards. It's a lot of fun and it makes a huge impact. Pictures are worth what?
1,000 words.
1,000 words, right? And it creates visibility. If you want to create more visibility, take pictures and post them, send them to people, text them, let them know you see them. Habit number 3 is snail mail. 3 heartfelt cards every day. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're sending handwritten notes, if you have a send-out card system and you can add a picture and send a card. What really matters is you get in the habit. 1 to 3 cards every single day. Get you into the habit and it'll lead you to places that you don't know. So here is my introduction to send out cards. It was at a BNI Visitors Day in 2007. I had joined BNI in 2006. See, this chapter has done so well at maintaining its membership, you don't have to do Visitors Days. But back in the day, Andrew, remember, every year, for 6 weeks, we went through getting people invited to come to Visitors Day. So it was April of 2007, and we brought 3 chapters together. It was down at the Radisson, and those of you in here that remember Visitors Days, remember exchanging business cards? 60 seconds, you got 60 seconds to exchange business cards. And that day I exchanged and got 19 business cards. Well, I got this card in the mail 5 days later. Nothing beats a great referral, and I can still go back and remember receiving this card and go, wow, how did they put my business card on the front of a card? And inside it said, it was great to meet you at the BNI Visitors Day. I'd love to get together for coffee to see if I can help you grow your business. So I called the sender. I sent a card to Steve, and I went home and researched. I thought, wow, this is a really cool system. And I found it was the right system for our business. How many of you have CRMs? Or like you have a CRM and that keeps track of your clients, it keeps track of your people? Well, we didn't have one at the time. I looked for 3 years in our real estate business. And so back in 2008 to 2011, when the market was dismal, I don't know if you remember that, but you know, houses sell now in 4 hours. Back then they sold in maybe 12 months. So it was a different market. But we focused on relationships, and we made it important to focus on those. And so we were able to take our referral business from 35% to 100%, much thanks to this chapter over the last 12 and a half years. Closing 40 to 50 homes a year. Check this out, I've added 6,844 contacts to my contact manager in 12 years. And they stay there. They're in one place, and I can send any one of you a card. How many of you in here have not received a card from me ever?
Wow.
Okay. One. You're on the list. I got your address now, right? I went through last week, I went through the list, and I said, who don't I have addresses for? And so you'll be getting a card. I send an average of 8 cards every day. And there's like campaigns, but an average of 3 heartfelt cards every day. That's what I like to do. I've been consistent with 50, 25, 1, and 3 for at least the last 10 years. And it's really done wonders. So let's talk about becoming level 4. This is Cody and Jody Bateman, mentors of Steve and I. We were able to go out to Island Park, Idaho, and snowmobile with him. Last February was a blast. And Cody talks about this, becoming level 4. Well, level 1 is unconscious incompetence. You don't think about it, so you don't do it. It's not even on your radar. And now, you're in a seminar and you hear something. Level 2 is conscious incompetence. How many of you have chased shiny objects in your business? This is going to take me to the moon, right? So you buy this tool, you buy this thing, and you don't do it. That's level 2, conscious incompetence. You think about it, but you don't do it. Let's get to level 3, conscious competence. This is where you think about it, you do it. It's like, okay, Gail says I should do 3 heartfelt cards a day. Who can I send cards to? Okay, I only got 1 today, but you did it. You did it. Conscious competence. Level 4 is when you don't think about it anymore. It's just part of who you are. It's part of what you do every single day. You can count on it. That's level 4. And I'm going to share some stories. This is what solidified me that this stuff really works if you do it. So back in 2011, Steve and I attended the Taste of the Chamber at the Kalamazoo Country Club. How many of you were there? Was anybody there that day? Okay, a few of you. So at the end of the day, you go around and you taste, there's 20 executive chefs, and you taste all their food. At the end of the day, the Park Street Market won. I didn't know anybody in this picture, but it was, level 4 at celebrating people. So I took a picture, I went home, I made this card, and 5 days later, the guy on the left, Kiar, he runs Market Fresh, Midtown Fresh, and Park Street Market. But see, he called me up and he said, hey, I want to thank you for that card. He said, what you don't know is my family and I are moving here from the east side of the state. I see you're a realtor. And I only just signed it, Stephen Gale Zintech, the network team, and even War Walton Realtors. That was the only indication that we were realtors. But I put our phone numbers. Always good to let people know how to get a hold of you. And he called. And so we met down at the tap house, had a couple beers, decided that we'd work together. That was in 2011. In 2012, so we had to create VCP, right? We had to create visibility and credibility along the way. And they bought this house, Kiara bought this house, 12-12-12. I don't know all the anniversary dates of homes, but that one sticks out. And over the course of time, probably 3 or 4 years, they had a couple kids. They sold that house and they moved in next door to Robbie, just down the street. But see, he had brothers and sisters. They have an amazing family. And so over the course of the last 7-8 years, we've been able to help a brother move into a home, his sister in Barrington Shores, a realtor friend referred us to a couple that bought a house. Mom and Dad bought a house. Friend Kevin moved back to Detroit, and this is the amazing family. 9 homes over 7 years, $70,000 in income, because why? It was level 4 at accelerating people. It just took, 10 minutes to say congratulations, and it led to a lifetime of friendships that are priceless. This is Zena and Douglas. We were invited to 2 family weddings over in Detroit. It was amazing. This is Zena and Douglas signing on their home a couple years ago. We see her at Costco every now and then. We go over, she works at the pharmacy, we say hi. She lets us know that they're always thinking about making a move. But if you do a great job for your clients, you create credibility. Credibility leads to profitability. Questions for you. How much is one referral worth? I want you to think about this for yourself, because it's different from all of us. Some of it might be $10, others might be $10,000. But what's one referral worth to you? And how much have you left on the table because you haven't followed up? Recently, a friend told me a story about Jerry the roofer. Jerry went over to a client's house to do a roof job. He was going to do a complete tear off and replacement. And he noticed there was patches on the roof. And so Jerry asked the homeowner, well, why didn't you call the guy who did the patches? He goes, I don't remember who it was. Because see, he wasn't top of mind. The guy didn't stay in touch. And so if you don't stay in touch, you lose track. And I want you to think about how much you've left on the table. And with 1 or 2 additional referrals each month, especially if you're if you have a $5,000 referral, Steve and I average about $5,000 a referral. So an extra $10,000 a month over and over and over makes a huge difference. So what's your income goal? Write it down. Could be for this year, could be for next year. I want you to think about it, because what are we told? If we write things down, they're more apt to happen. Here's the power of 1. You might recognize this girl. How many of you recognize Brooks? Okay, so Brooks joined the chapter shortly after Steve and I were here. She was branch manager at PNC Bank. She took over Bonnie Ginter's spot, I believe, back in the day. But Brooks hired Steve and I to sell her house and buy this one. But Brooks is really well connected. She's just that bubbly personality, always out there. So over the last 9 years, Brooks has referred us to her friends, and some of the friends have bought and sold and bought, co-workers, clients, and so each of the referrals Brooks passes is worth $5,555, or an average is $7,000 a year. So if you have 30 referral partners worth $7,000 a year, how much income are you making? You know?
Oh man, too much math.
7 times 3 is $210,000 a year. So that's just something for you to think about in your referrals. You do a great job for your referral partners, it leads to profitability. So this group, Leading Edge, has the ability to change your life. How many of you agree with that? How many of you have received referrals in here? How many of you have created friendships that you never had before B&I? Okay, this chapter has changed our life. It was so much fun going back and looking at some of the pictures over the last 10 years. And I want to personally take a moment to thank you. Thank you for making a difference in my life, in Steve's life, in our family's life, in our business. And I hope that what I shared with you today that will resonate and you can take it and make your business and your life the way you want it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gail, for taking time to put that together. We appreciate it. It was a great presentation. We're going to roll right into our 40-second presentations. Anybody want to get started? Hands up, hands up.
Hey, good morning, Tim, Mechanical, a little trivia today.